Hi guys, today I want to be very honest with you and just actually share something that has been going on in my head for a very long time. And I know that this is how I start most of my videos, but actually first of all I wanted to really thank you, because now there is almost 1,000 of us as I'm filming this. And although I don't really think that I discuss things that are super popular, and even I think that I'm kind of drifting from one topic to another and in general not knowing where I'm going with all this, but some of you are really nice to me and you're very patient, and just I really feel very happy to have connected to some of you on a more personal level. So yeah, thank you very much. And this kind of is something that I wanted to talk to you about today, because a couple of weeks ago I made a video talking about how I don't feel inspired and I don't really know where to go with topics and the YouTube channel and everything, because I honestly still kind of contemplate not doing it at all anymore. But on the other hand, sometimes I really don't want to quit, because I just feel very fortunate to be able to speak to a certain amount of people, not a very big amount, but at least I get opinions from some of you guys, and I really appreciate and value the fact that I made a lot of nice friends and connections like this. Also, as I said before, talking to the camera kind of allows me to figure myself out better. So hopefully it is still interesting for some of you. But the thing that I wanted to talk to you about today was kind of labeling. So when I started over a year ago, and I just did it to kind of help myself get out of depression and what was or might not have been borderline personality disorder, and it was mostly centered about mental health and self-help and all that. And although it is still an interest of mine, I'm really curious about mental health and philosophy and psychology and all that, I don't identify with that anymore as much, because I just don't feel that I have problems. I just live a normal life of a normal person. Nothing of interest that I could share or maybe give you tips about, because the further away with time I move from that period of my life, the less I remember, which I actually think is kind of a nice thing, because it's not the time of my life that I would like to remember. But I kind of feel that a lot of you guys come to this channel just because you watched some of my more popular videos about borderline personality disorder, and I don't want to disappoint you and start talking about something else. So if you are still watching, and if you don't mind, can you please let me know for how long have you been here, and maybe something about you, because I know some of you, because of your personal messages, and some of you share your stories with me, and it's really nice. But with many of you, I have no idea who you are, and it's kind of weird. And I really wonder, like, what brought you here, and why are you interested in this at all, because I honestly have no idea why. So that would be nice. And also, if you would let me know maybe what you would want to hear more of, because some things that are interesting for me, I don't feel that they can be interesting for other people, and I'm not sure if I should talk about that. So if you would let me know something like that, it would really help me out a lot, so thanks in advance. And so yeah, what I kind of noticed with myself and some other people that I know is that we all have different interests usually throughout our lives. I have very unstable interests. Not one of my hobbies really stayed for more than a couple of years. I have a lot of interests, and sometimes they come in waves. For example, with nutrition, when I just went vegan, I was very interested in nutrition and health and how what we eat affects us, and I wanted to know as much as I can about it so that I could stay healthy. I completely identified myself with that interest, but then time passed, and for me it just became kind of a natural part of me, and I didn't identify with that anymore. So when I want to describe myself, the first thing that I think about myself is not that I'm vegan, it's just something that is so natural to me, like breathing. and I don't really feel that it describes me or defines me. The same with mental health. I was struggling with it for a very long time, and I went through a lot of difficult stuff in my life, as many people have. And when I was just overcoming this, I could identify myself as a survivor or mental health warrior or something like that. But as I started moving away from that kind of stage of my life, I don't identify with it anymore, and I don't really feel right talking about it because yeah, it just not, I mean, it's also a part of me and it always will be, and it taught me so much, and I'm very grateful for every experience that I had. But I don't just feel like it describes me and that I can put this label on myself anymore. And now I don't really have any label that I can put on myself, and I kind of struggle from that because I feel like I'm in between a transition. I don't know where I'm going. I know where I'm coming from, but for now I just have some smaller hobbies like drawing and music, but I'm not really that passionate about anything at the moment, and so it's hard for me to pick a topic to talk about because I was so passionate about mental health for a very long period of time, and I learned a lot about it. I don't know what is the next shift gonna be and what kind of next hobby or interest I will have in my life. So for now I feel as excited about basically anything. So if you are interested in something, as I said, you can just request, I don't know, for me to talk about whatever you want me to talk about, and maybe I will pick up an interest based on that, because I really find it very exciting to find out information on the internet about different things and then learn. And I feel like we could be more together in this creation process, although I don't know how creative it actually is, because for me it's more like an academic. Since I am an academic, I kind of have this approach to a lot of things in my life, and I don't want it to seem like I'm whining. I'm actually in a very good place in my life, and I have been whining about like not knowing what to talk about on this channel, which seems so minor compared to how other people suffer from other different things. But I just, on one hand, I want to have just a normal life. On the other hand, I understand that normal is not really a thing, and that it's just a concept that we create for ourselves, and no one is really normal. So yeah, I'm just figuring myself out, kind of trying to share bits and pieces of it with you. And yeah, so if you are still watching, just thank you so much for being there for me and with me, and I love you very much, and thank you for sharing. And thank you, just yeah, I just wanted to thank you because I really enjoy your company. So yeah, I will see you next time when I will come up with something maybe more informational or with substance. But for now, I hope that you're having a very good time. See you when I see you, and be nice humans, and goodbye.